The neckies and the campfires may be the same, but there's been plenty of change for Kelso Scouts over the last 100 years.
My dad was a scout when he was younger. I've been in the Scouts for 8 years, so we just make sure to make it quite fun and enjoyable for everyone. So we normally working on four batteries at a time, and sometimes we'll go down to Beaumont Forest or down to the river or something like that.
I just really enjoy it because we usually learn new skills about how to make things with knives. So we're making wooden spoons last time we went on camp and tripods for cooking stoves.
Because I used to be in the Girl Scouts and all of that stuff, and they didn't do any wilderness stuff for that, and that's why I joined, because it was more wilderness stuff and camping and all of that.
I like to make fires and go and play in the woods with my friends.
There are plenty of former Scouts who have passed through these ranks. Bill is 101 years old and used to run the group decades ago.
We had our Scout den down the Mill Wynd, and it was an old building, and it was heated by central heating in an old boiler. And we used to arrange for each patrol to take over lighting the boiler ready for the Scout meeting. And when we first went in, it was really smoke all over the place.
Bill is also a former Kelso Scout and at the time was the youngest Queen Scout in Scotland, which is a special award similar to the Gold Duke of Edinburgh award. He says health and safety has been the biggest change over the years.
The funniest stories of my early days as a scout, we were scouting the scout camp down in Windermere, and we had a big storm. And some of the tents got blown down, ridge beams were broken. Really, we had to come home early. And the transport we had organised for that was a local haulier, James Hogarth and Sons. And his cattle lorry, which we used to go down, was used because Thursday was cattle market day. So we couldn't get that lorry. So he sent a flat deck lorry to bring a load of scouts from the Lake District back to Kelso on an open back flat deck lorry. So we put tents along either side of the lorry and the lads were all put into the middle. We were all nice and quiet, we kept behaving ourselves till we came through Hawick, and we shouted at all the residents at Hawick when we came through, and there was some mischievous comments going about. But again, if health and safety saw that nowadays, it just wouldn't happen.
And from former Scouts to current ones, Elizabeth is organising all the events marking the century of Scouting in Kelso.
We're having a centenary camp across at the Border Union Showground in September, where the beavers are camping, the cubs are camping, the Scouts are camping, and we're inviting ex-leaders on the Sunday. I've got lots of newspaper clippings from 1947 through the 50s, maybe into the 60s, various photographs of different camps.
Scouts may have changed over the years, but their core values have remained at the heart of what they do.
So I can always remember a rhyme that I made up or got from somewhere about the Scout law, and that rhyme stayed with me the whole of my life. It goes like this: trusty, loyal, helpful, brotherly, courteous, kind, obedient, smiling, thrifty, pure as the rustling wind.
Isla Todd, ITV News, Kelso.